First-time home buyers, this is what the underwriter is looking at when they get ready to review your bank statements. And no, they're not looking for how many times you went to Starbucks or if you've been to the big box store several times. But what they may be looking for, and what they are looking for, is do you have enough money available in your accounts right now for your down payment and closing costs? And if not, then where's that money going to come from and when's it going to be there? Another thing that they're looking at is they're looking at reserves. Do you have money left over, or do you have money in a savings account for 1 month, 2 months, 6 months worth of reserves over and above what your mortgage payment is going to be? Third thing they're looking for is income verification. Are you getting regular, consistent deposits for your job? So is it the same amount every month, every week, whatever your pay period is? Does it vary? And maybe it varies because you have variable hours. And when they see different payroll deposits, they're going to question, how do you get paid? Why is this different than it was the last pay period? The fourth thing that they're looking at is overall spending habits. Are you making a consistent payment that's not reflected on a credit report or that you haven't disclosed as a debt? Maybe that's a child support payment. Maybe it's alimony. Maybe it's a personal loan that you're paying to a family member or somebody, but it's consistent and you make it regularly. That may end up being counted on your debt ratios as a monthly debt. So you need to be aware of that. In most cases, you're going to need 60 days worth of bank statements. So that's the last 2 month statements. They need to be the actual statement with all pages, including the one that says this page intentionally left blank. Why is that page necessary? It gives the underwriter confidence that there's nothing missing, that you're not holding back information, or there's nothing on a page that is not there. So if your bank statement, when it's printed, says pages 1 of 7, 2 of 7, 3 of 7, and so on, they want to see page 7 of 7, even if that page says this page intentionally left blank. If you don't provide it, your lender's going to ask for it. If you're working with me, I'm going to ask you for it every time. Screenshots are not acceptable. If you go online to print out a statement, you need to make sure that you have the URL at the bottom of that printout so that there's trackability of where that statement comes from. Now, what are some potential red flags? Well, maybe you have overdrafts, and one overdraft is not that big a deal. Maybe you had 2 or 3 overdrafts as a result of the same incident, and it may be perfectly explainable. You may have to write a letter. It may not be a big deal. In some cases, it may be a bigger deal. Another thing that underwriters will look for is large unexplained deposits. It's a large amount that showed up. It's not your payroll, but where did it come from? Did you borrow the money? Did you deposit cash? Any large deposits, you're going to have to source. You're going to have to explain where they came from and probably provide a little additional documentation. But these are all things, if you know this ahead of time, you can prepare for it and you can have those documents available, and it's generally not a big deal. If you pulled cash from underneath the mattress and you're going to deposit mattress money and you can't source where it came from, that's not going to be an allowable source of funds, so it won't be included as the money that you have available for your down payment and your closing costs. Now, if you've got any of these things that show up, it may be as simple as a letter of explanation. You may have to provide additional documentation. It's not the end of the world, but this is the process, and you should be aware of it and prepared for it. If you know that you have irregular deposits, or you have something from Venmo, or you've got a payment that comes to you from another source and you're not including it, then it's not a big deal. But if you're counting on that money, you're probably going to have to source where those funds came from. If you found this helpful, like it and share it with someone else. If you know of someone that's thinking about buying a house and you want to talk, or they want to talk about their situation, reach out to me and let me know. As always, if the video is helpful, like it and share it with someone else. I appreciate it.